Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this Friday morning. Got a big show lined up. Got some seafood to give away and all kind of good things will be happening in the next 30 minutes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a cup of coffee. And let's get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at right there at Highway 77 and Baldwin Road. Looking at a high day of only 85, a low of 75. Now, fascinating is the water temperature. Matt and I talked about this Wednesday. It's dropped now to 84.7. I flipped back to last Friday. It was right at 91 degrees last Friday. So it actually dropped almost 6 degrees in 1 week. And that's what we're talking about when, today's a little bit shorter and different things like that. So water temperature is very important. Looking at the river readings today, Apalachicola to Bluntstown at a 2.7, and in Choctaw at Caryville a 4.2, and it's starting to go up, as you can imagine, a little bit of rain we've had. A whole lot of rain in some areas. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're looking at a high tide this morning at 6:03. Perfect high tide, and low tide at 4:56 this afternoon. So really this morning, a good high tide is going to start falling out really strong, and a lot of folks like to fish that outgoing tide. Our marine forecast, though, is not going to be working with us because it's coming out of the southwest at 13, so it'll be pretty strong southwest wind. Let's go into our fishing game time today on Friday. I like to do them in this segment here, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. Our time this morning, 9:02 to 11:02. And this evening from 9:26 to 11:26. And you notice that this morning's tide, time, it correlates with the tide, actual time and tide, about an hour or so apart. And there's a reason for that. Now we have planned to go flounder gigging tonight. And we're going to make a last minute call. We're going to look at the weather. A lot of times a little bit of ripple in the water is just not good. You got to get you got to go to plan B and C sometimes. But I do have a flounder gigging trip planned for tonight, so hopefully we'll get to go. Let's go ahead and do our drawing for Sandhill Seafood in this segment here. It's going to be a big old seafood platter. Really got a lot of fresh seafood on it. Okay, and the winner is going to be from Panama City Beach, Dean Black. Dean Black, okay? Write that down. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get started in this segment. I want to show you one picture, but before I show you the picture, I know a lot of us have been inundated with all kind of scenes from the storm and all that, out in Houston. It's just been a tragedy for a lot of folks, but a lot of wonderful stories. I could do a whole couple of shows on pictures and all and talk about experiences, and with social media, getting on YouTube and seeing people like homemade videos, whatever, and things going on is amazing. Plus the news has been on top of it for a couple of days. But one picture just struck me because it has a sort of an outdoor ring to it. When I saw this one, I run across all kind of pictures, and some of them are staged, but most of them are realistic, and that's what makes it, real life fascinating. But well, if you got a background in outdoors, you're able to do something like this. Check it out. Now, isn't this creative? Now they got out of the weather. It was still raining and all. The rain kept on coming, and they got up and set the tent up on top of the roof. I just thought that was creative, and I thought that was innovative as far as doing that. I've never seen that done. I've never seen a tent set up on top of a house. And I guess they can put nails in the roof because it's going to be wet anyway. And one thing I did read, I was reading a lot of people's firsthand accounts of it, and this was fascinating to me, was the area view showed a lot of water all over Houston and all, but this guy was talking about you didn't realize the current that was sweeping everything away. The current you couldn't tell by the aerial photographs, and I do know that to be so true when you get in a flood, the current and all. So anyway, I just want to leave that as is, and our best wishes for all the folks that's been in harm's way. Now let's move on. I do want to mention we got a Labor Day weekend coming up, big 3-day weekend. I know a lot of y'all doing outdoor stuff and are looking forward to it. So I got some video we got to finish up from yesterday because they had so much, we caught a lot of fish, and then we're still catching fish, and we're going into the I interviewed a couple of people that won it also. We're going to finish that video. Before we do that, let's do a drawing for Tarpon Dock Seafood. We're going to do the video, then we'll come back to the Famous Friday fishing forecast, okay? And the winner at Tarpon Dock, a $20 gift certificate is going to be from Kynard, Minnie Johnson from Kynard. Minnie Johnson from Kynard. All right. Kynard's a good community. You ever been over that way, folks? Good folks over there. And the winner of the Big Red Snapper is going to be first-time winner, Mary Singleton. That's our 2 winners this morning, all right? So congratulations. Okay, we're going to take a break, come back, finish up the video, and then come back for our Famous Friday fishing forecast.
These are the Attorney Edition gold-plated.
Oh yeah.
Titanium.
Titanium, yeah, high dollar ones. Those attorneys.
Scratch those.
Yeah. Don't clean it off.
There you go.
Way down.
All right, that's a better gag right there.
I don't know if he'll make 24, but
It'd be close. That's a big fish right there. Big fish here. We got a gag on the hole of the gag here, and we got one here. That's a big one. We're going to.
I'm about wore out.
Nice fish here. Another red snapper? Oh my goodness. Folks, we can't keep red snapper off the top water. We just measured him. He's 22, 2 inches short. We're gonna bend him and let him go. We're trolling now, folks. Again, we just circled back where we got that big hit. And this time we got back to it, we got another hit. So we're marking the spot. What we got here? Another king. Same size as the others, but just caught another one on this side. Right. Catch and release him. There he is. That's a little bigger now. That's bigger than that last one. Oh, he's still green. We have caught some kind of kingfish today, folks. It must be camera shot. He's still green. There he is.
He is green.
Doing some serious catching and releasing.
All right, one left.
This is old school fishing. There you go. There you go. All right.
You're up on there. I'll just tell you when to stop. I don't want to get my foot in that salt water for sure.
This is always tough. Now, folks, we're back to the hill. We're going. It's been pretty rough today, but we had a good time. That's a very, very strong current in that pass. We talked about it before. All right, folks, we're wrapping it up. Back at the landing at Indian Pass. All right, fellas, we had a great time.
Good time.
Wonderful time, yeah.
We did.
Andy, I want to thank you for taking us all, and we had a good time, didn't we?
Had a real good time.
We-
Caught a lot of fish.
We caught a bunch of fish.
Probably about the most kingfish we ever caught.
It was just steady.
All day.
And you know, really, we basically fished 2 spots. And we stayed on that first spot. We caught fish all the time there. And then we trolled, we free line, and the boat handled well. It was a little rough.
It was rough. Sloppy.
God, you got to go back to work Monday, back all the way to
I'll be back at work Monday.
all the way back to Moultrie. Valdosta, Moultrie.
Close enough.
All the same.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much. Had a great time, fellas.
Yes, sir. We did too. We had a fish day. We were going to bring it we had blue runners out there.
Now, what is your name?
Lydia.
Lydia, where are you from?
Right here.
Right here, here? Well, we're going to put you on TV.
That sounds good. Here you got third.
That's going to be third.
Cam Paramore, what are you doing out here?
Saturday. Every day Saturday.
That's true. These are donated here. Got a winning team.
Hang on just a second.
First place. All right, folks, I'm here with a first place team. Guys, tell us who you are.
I'm Darren Crozier, and this is Tyler Reiner.
Tyler, okay. How old are you, Tyler?
I'm 9 years old.
Did you have a good time today?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about bringing in that big king. What's the story on it?
He ate on bait on the top about 11:30.
Yeah.
Tyler was on the reel a little while, and we brought him to the top, and he gaffed him.
That's awesome. Did you help out?
I'd say I did a little bit.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Perry, Kathleen, Georgia.
Okay. Well, congratulations. That's an honor to win this tournament. It's a big tournament.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure. We've enjoyed it.
There's 130-something boats, and y'all in first place.
All right. That's all right.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
First place in the professional division.
This is first place in the professional division. Captain Brad Timmons of the boat Southern Lady.
Here we go. First place in the professional division. Just got weighed in and got first place. So I want y'all to introduce yourselves.
I'm Captain Brad Timmons.
Captain Brad Timmons, is the name of your boat?
Southern Lady.
Southern Lady?
I'd rather go by just Brad, though.
Brad.
Yes, sir.
I'm Teresa Cherry.
Okay. And you actually caught the fish?
Yes.
Awesome.
Patrick Farrell.
Okay. Well, tell us about catching the first place fish. How was it?
Well, we didn't think it was anything for a minute, but then it was.
Captain said lines in.
Lines
We
in.
were bringing them in, and boom.
Well, that was exciting. Were y'all free lining or trolling or?
We flatlining and bunk trolling.
Oh, cool. Very good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
This is a legendary Tennessee Chuck. I mean, when I say legendary, he's caught more fish than most of y'all all put together.
Not really. I'm just one of the old timers down here on the Forgotten Coast. An old ex-Tennessean that come down and said, this is a great place to retire. And so here I am, and I feel like that the Reaper someday will take me, and I'm going out to that reef I've got out there in my burial ground. And I can't think of a better place to be.
That is awesome. Folks, when I say legendary now, anytime you see anything going to Mexico Beach, they talk about Tennessee Chuck. So I'm glad you watched the show. Thank you for the viewership, and appreciate everything you've done for the outdoors.
Tribute's been paid. Thank you.
All right, folks, we're closing up now here with Ron Childs, and congratulations on another great tournament, Ron.
We have been busting it, buddy, because I was down here at 4:30 this morning trying to make sure we had everything lined up and cleaned up. And yesterday we went till about midnight, so it's we can all go home and sit down and lay down on the couch and have an ice cold Coca-Cola.
Well, listen, how many boats did you end up having?
We had 131 boats.
Awesome.
14 in the professional division, the rest were recreation.
Awesome. And everybody, I tell you, had a huge crowd here to weigh in. Saw a lot. We fished it. We had a great time. Saw a lot of people, and you guys just worked so hard.
Well, thank you. We, we talked about it on our committee. 6 or 7 people are going to win money. So we try to make sure the rest of the people, lots of things, door prizes, and we have raffle giveaways, and we have a dance tonight, and we had a captain's party, and we had a party here this afternoon, a party last night. Make it a big weekend, and everybody's happy.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, welcome back, folks. I hope you enjoyed that video. That's sort of like a day. I took more than, showed it yesterday and then had some left over. I told Gail instead of editing all of it out, let's show all of it. So hope you enjoyed it. Good camaraderie, great fishing, and it was just a lot of fun. And I got to see a lot of folks down there. I really enjoyed doing that. All right, let's move on to what's going to happen this weekend now. I had some calls this week about scalloping and where to go. People just normally they want to go scalloping on Labor Day weekend. It's just like on July 4th weekend, Labor Day weekend. And I was telling Carl Andrews, I'm in the same boat. I want to go scalloping too. And so here I'm going to show you one place, and I've been down there and talked to people. I didn't go scalloping. I talked to people down there that were scalloping. And this is outside of Lanark Village. Okay, so you got Carabel. This of course Carabel here, and this is Lanark Village. Okay, this area right in here has been pretty good scalloping, but I want to tell you something. What the locals told me, still the water's not clear, sort of a muddy, chopped up water, with the waves and all. It's not a real clear situation, but there are some scallops there, not as many as last year. And of course, we talked about Steinhatchee, and it's just a long drive to go to Steinhatchee for the day and all. So move on along. I didn't get to talk to Carabel as far as fishing and all. I'll call them first part of the week and talk to them, see what's going on there. But I do know that, back behind, historically, with this early fall kicking off, it's going to be good speckled trout fishing back behind Dog Island. I know that for a fact right in here. All right, let's move on. We've got a lot to cover this morning. I want to move on up to, I don't know if you noticed the difference. I did want to mention Google Earth. This is a new edition of the Google Earth. So I was looking at it, and they've got some, it's fascinating because they've got some of these rivers and some of these little creeks and all misnamed. And I was looking at it last night. I said, wait a minute, this is not right. Before I'll show you some examples in a minute. Okay, let's go over to East Point Bridge, the little East Point fishing bridge. We'll talk about that a lot. It's going to be excellent fishing. If you want a Labor Day, something to do on Labor Day that's going to be easy to do, go catch some sheephead along in there, and also some drum on the old St. George Island Bridge right along in here. We'll talk about that. Also, you can fish from the causeway down here where the boat ramp is. People want to know where you can put your boat in. There's a nice boat ramp right in here. And okay, so let's move on now into redfishing. Redfish is really going to start kicking off. If you can see, there are oyster bars all through here. I bring this up a lot because I fish back in here. And this is really muddy, but you can catch some flounder, some big flounder right up in here also. Okay, and this cut, people like the shark fish. If you're serious about shark fishing, this cut right in here has some of the biggest sharks you're gonna get. Okay, move on down here, and at a tournament this past weekend, I got up early. I didn't have any video, but I was by myself. I got up early, and in fact at 4 o'clock, and drove down to the boat ramp right here. This is the boat ramp at Indian Pass, and I was able to catch some live bait. In fact, we caught a lot of fish. We caught was those live bait. We ran out of live bait, but Indian Pass campground. So if you're going to catch live bait, I'll show you exactly what to do. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. Listen, what I did, I took my net apart here. I was the only, look at the trailers. I was the only one here until daybreak. And I walked, the tide's going out. So what I did, I went to this ramp right here, and you understand what's going to happen. The bait fish are going to come up here and sort of hide behind these rocks and all. So I was able to throw into here and catch a bait fish, okay? And then I kept them live all the time. So if you want to, you can walk down here. You can catch some of this live bait, and you can walk down here and fish from the beach right here and catch a lot of whiting and also flounder this time of year. I'm telling you these things with people that don't have boats and all. It's easy to do. Okay, let's move on. Let's go on into St. Joe Bay. Okay, the biggest thing in St. Joe Bay is going to be up in here, the head of the bay. It's going to be good trout fishing. I know that guides are going to actually be fishing in there. Guide fishing is going to be good. I'm going to move on. I'm going to show you the river later. But also right here, coming out of the Highland View Canal there, okay? And surf fishing, I don't know about surf fishing Crooked Island Sound is going to be another hot spot this weekend. You can take your boat, go in here, and you can fish, surf fish here. You can redfish back in here, 2 or 3 spots in Crooked Island Sound. East Bay is going to be hot. Up around the shipyards here is a little noisy, but on this side over here it's going to be good. Sandy Creek is going to be excellent, okay? And all through East Bay, Callaway Bayou, Sandy Creek is going to be excellent fishing. Move on in here, Redfish Point. I'm just pointing out some of the places. Redfish Point is going to be good. State Park, we've talked about it. Let's get on up here to between Crooked Creek and Burnt Mill Creek. Okay, a lot of kayakers use this now. It's getting real crowded up in here, but if you come out of Burnt Mill Creek, you've got this whole area in here, Crooked Creek. This is a good spot right in here. Across the bay for redfish. Redfishing is going to be good right in here. Okay, I'm just showing you some of the top spots. I know the guys are going to be mad at me, but that's also trout fishing on this point right here. Trout fishing here in Lynn Haven, right in here is going to be good. Redfish right on this point right here. And there's a hole, I'm giving somebody some of the top secrets now. There's a hole, let me see, right here. As you're coming out to the bayou, okay, see the bridge right here, got a little bayou here. There's like a big old hole right there full of redfish, okay? Now, let's move on to the West Bay area, West Bay Bridge. West Bay Bridge is going to be, as always, it's steady as a drum and all. Move on into the Intercoastal, okay? Going to Intercoastal, Choctaw Bay is going to be crowded. It's going to be real crowded, but remember what Matt and I preach the same sermon about getting up early. You want to get up early, and really by 9 or 10 o'clock you finish fishing. Again, that's a strong theme of ours, is fishing early, especially in late summer. So if you get a chance, Hogtown Bayou is going to be a good place, and of course we talked about last week, we talked about going up towards Freeport. Right offshore, the beeliners are strong, triggerfish are strong. You saw the video. We caught a lot of those. Also the king mackerel. This is the time of year to catch kings. We probably caught between 25 and 30. So those are some really good ways to catch them. So trolling, bump trolling, flatlining, or what I call freelining, all those. All right, folks, we've run out of time here. Y'all have a great 3-day weekend. I'll see you next week, and enjoy the outdoors. Always do something good for your fellow man, and enjoy your family and your friends. Okay, you have a great day today. Do something good for someone, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.